Hey guys, Moneyman300 back for some more videos and more red and blue for 1 and 2, and we are on to S-Class, and we got a little something special here for S-Class. This is going to be a red and blue and another color for 1, 2, and 3. We're bringing in a guest for this one, and most of you are gonna already know who this is if you pay attention in the community. See this guy race, one of the very best multiplayer racers in the game. Raceboy77 is going to be joining us, and we're going to be doing a 1, 2, 3. I think he's going with the color orange, so it's red, blue, and orange for 1, 2, and 3. That does not rhyme at all, and we couldn't think of anything to rhyme, so it is what it is. It's a Moneyman300 Rock King and Raceboy77. So if you haven't followed or don't know who Raceboy is, check him out on Twitch. He does a lot of streaming on Twitch. He does have a YouTube channel. I'm gonna link all the stuff below where you guys can get his follow him on Twitter, catch his twitch.tv account, and he also has a YouTube channel. But his thing is streaming. He streams a couple of times a day usually out there running Forza. You got to check out his stream. A lot of fun to watch. People have a lot of fun in the stream, and Raceboy is one of the very top drivers in the game and is a lot of fun to watch. So check him out. Good times racing with Raceboy. But let's take a look at the cars. So what we did is we each picked one car in here. So Rock King ended up picking the momentum car, Raceboy picked the speed car, and I picked the grip car. So we're gonna kick it off, and we're gonna kick it off with my pick first, even though you might have just saw one of the picks. Let's sort on S-Class here, and let's go check out what we got. The first car, the car I picked, is the Shelby Cobra 427 for grip, and this thing's a beast. And I got the wrong, so I got two builds on this one. As you can see here, this is an all-wheel drive build. This was, I accidentally drove. We already ran some races, but I accidentally drove with this one, not meaning to, and you're going to see that in the videos to come. But I have a rear-wheel drive version that has an engine swap in it that's just an absolute monster, super fast. And then there's this version that is just easier to drive. If you're struggling to drive that one, this one's a much easier version to drive. Just it's a beast off the line. So when I do the tune, when we release the tune and the build for that, I'm gonna do both of those. So the Shelby 427 Cobra, super fun car to drive. You guys are gonna like these cars, man. All three of them are just they're pretty beast S-Class cars. Not not like beast leaderboard type cars, but S-Class is a great class because it's wide open. It tends to favor cars that are on the speed side, so we did go with some cars that are pretty fast. So we got the Cobra 427. Rock King selected the momentum car, and we went with the Ferrari Enzo, the 2002 Enzo. Another car, really great all-around car, does well on multiple tracks, not just the momentum, which we call the Alps, and the Prague tracks. Also do very well in Indy GP, could do well in Road America. I mean, this is kind of a jack of all trades type of car, going to do well on a lot of different tracks. So we got the Enzo Ferrari, and our final car that Raceboy picked is the 79 Camaro Z28, and this thing is a speed monster. It's crazy fast, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm using traction control with this. I could probably manage it without, but my rule of thumb is if you max out the tires on a car and have done everything to get it to handle, and you're still spinning up wheels and tearing it up, then throw that traction control on there. People use it in real life races. I know that some people look down on traction control, but I don't care, especially if it makes it easier to drive in a multiplayer race and causes less people to go off the track and less people to have accidents. Use that traction control. All right, I don't race S-Class as much, so getting used to it. So I'll be honest, I needed traction control on this car, but this thing's a beast, and it is fast, and it's a lot of fun to drive on the track. So those are the three cars that we have. I mean, you guys are really gonna like these. Some fun races. I go look at the leaderboards. I don't think you're gonna find a whole lot. Probably the most prominent one is the Cobra. If we go over and look at rivals out here, so let's let's hop into S-Class and let's take a look at a couple of tracks. So let's take a look at like Alpstadtplatz, a nice medium size track, and Viper. So, you know, we're not using the 08 Vipers here. As you can see, some F50s in there, the open wheel car, the number 7 USF 2000. You still see some crossbows hanging out in here. There's the Enzo though, 134. Oh, and look who it is. It's Raceboy 134th, and that was a while ago. It was about a year ago. So that's pretty good time with that car. But you're not gonna see a ton of them, but you will see just they're sprinkled in here. So they're good cars. You know, they're not the 08 Viper, but still a very good car in there. So that's where you'll see the Enzo. If we take a look, the speed car though, even though that 79 Camaro is very fast, and you'll see that, you're gonna have a hard time finding it in the top 500 of any track. Matter of fact, you guys can look around, you don't see it, but it's a multiplayer beast car because it's so fast. It's really good. You know, it doesn't handle the best, but it's real good. Let's look at, so I'm not even going to try to look for that car because I did that before and I didn't really find it, which is a good thing. That's why it makes it kind of a sleeper car. You know, you pull that one out, people don't expect it, and you just go out there and kill it with it. So the Cobra, you're going to see that a little bit in some of these tracks. I think there's one in the top 100 here. Maybe. I don't see it yet. See, I went, and that was in multiplayer, that 128 too. I think that was a race I ran in there on the 9th. That's like today when I'm recording that. So yeah, so that was in multiplayer. Set that one, and that's at 2600 place, so definitely not fast at all with that one. I don't see any yet though. Maybe there's one. So the top one is in 73rd place. Pretty quick time, running the 124s. I know Raceboy was running, was able to get into the low 125s with his, so that's a pretty good time. Could be right in here somewhere. So car's definitely capable of going fast. The all-wheel drive version is not going to set, and that's what I did this one with, the blazing lap times, but it's really consistent and it gets off the line really well. The rear-wheel drive version is going to be much faster and much more capable of running those big lap times. So anyway, those are our 3 cars. Really good lineup of cars for S-Class, and bringing in 3 of us. We got to go 1, 2, 3 with all 3 cars. So a little bit of additional challenge, and the fact that we're kind of getting up there in S-Class, and you guys know I race a little bit lower classes usually, C, B, A. But S-Class is probably one of the most balanced classes to run. You can tune a lot of different cars to do really well in multiplayer in S-Class. So anyways, a lot of fun coming up, some good videos, all that good stuff. I think we're going to go ahead and move on up to our plan was to do this until Project Cars came out, and it isn't out yet, and then we still got a month before it looks like it's going to be out. So we're going to move on up into R after S. You know, maybe we'll bring some more some more guests in to race with us in this. But anyways, I'm going to end it with that. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. Later.